Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we grab a whole stack of sources and really dig into them to find those bits of knowledge you might have missed.
hmm
Today, we're looking at something most of us use every single day, but probably don't think much about beyond, loading and
The
unloading.
trusty dishwasher.
Exactly. It's this amazing modern convenience, right? Just humming away in the kitchen. But underneath, there's actually a whole world of installation tricks and maintenance things that can really affect how well it works and how long it lasts. Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. What we're doing today is diving deep into the most common questions people have about setting up a dishwasher and keeping it running well long term.
Yeah, and our main source for this is a really comprehensive FAQ guide from Kundekundenministeriet that translates roughly to home appliance masters.
Oh,
So in fact, with practical advice, real insights from people who really know these machines inside and out.
right. And our goal really is to give you the kind of insider info you need to feel, well, confident about dishwasher setup. Whether you're thinking of doing it yourself or, calling in a professional, we're looking for those moments where you go, aha, okay, now I get it.
Exactly. Making sure it runs smoothly, safely, and efficiently for years.
Okay, let's get started. What absolutely needs to be sorted before that new dishwasher even arrives at your door? What are the fundamentals?
Right. So before you do anything else, you need to think about the basics. 3 key things.
Okay.
You need the right water connections, a proper drain connection, and an electrical outlet. And they all need to be pretty close to where the dishwasher will actually go.
Makes sense.
And don't forget an installation kit. That usually has the hoses and connectors you'll need.
Right.
Oh, and this is super important. Measure the space carefully. Like down to the millimeter, it can really make or break the installation.
Okay, that measuring part sounds crucial. Now, here's the big one for a lot of folks, maybe a bit intimidating.
Yeah.
Can I actually install this thing myself?
Yeah, that's always the question, isn't it?
Is it a weekend project, or am I asking for trouble?
Well, the sources suggest that, yes, a lot of people can manage it themselves, provided they follow the manufacturer's instructions really closely.
Okay.
But, and this is a big, but if you haven't really done much plumbing or electrical work before,
Yeah.
professional help is very strongly recommended, honestly. Getting it wrong can lead to leaks, potentially serious water damage, or even electrical issues.
Oof.
And that ends up costing way more in the long run than just hiring an installer in the first place.
Right, avoid the bigger headache later. So what if your kitchen isn't exactly prepped for a dishwasher? No obvious spot, maybe?
Yeah, that happens. Most kitchens can take a dishwasher if there's enough room, and critically, those connections we talked about.
Uh-huh.
If space is tight, maybe look into compact models or even countertop ones. They're designed for smaller kitchens.
Okay.
Now, if there's genuinely no ready-made space, you're looking at a bigger job. Maybe modifying cabinets, possibly even some structural kitchen changes.
Wow. Okay.
And for that kind of work, you really should talk to a kitchen designer or professional installer. It's just safer and avoids potential mistakes.
And what if you thought it was fine, but the dishwasher arrives and it just doesn't fit?
First step, double check those measurements.
Yeah.
Yours and the appliance specs. Sometimes a tiny difference can be handled with like a minor cabinet tweak.
Okay.
But if it's way off, you might need to swap it for a smaller model or, again, get an expert in to see what your options really are.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty then, the actual connections. How does this thing physically plug into your house systems? Let's start with water coming in.
Right. So the water supply, typically dishwashers connect to the cold water pipe.
Cold water, not hot.
Usually cold, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a specific inlet hose for this, normally in that installation kit we mentioned.
Uh-huh.
And here's something people often get wrong. Most modern dishwashers are designed to heat the water themselves.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. They heat it to the exact temperature needed for the best cleaning. So connecting to cold is standard, and often it's actually more energy efficient.
Interesting.
But always check the manual for your specific model. Some might have different recommendations or allow hot water connections. And while we're talking water, leaks are obviously a huge worry.
Absolutely.
This is where being meticulous really counts. Check every connection. Make sure it's tight.
Right.
You might need sealing tape or a pipe compound on those connections. Just tighten the inlet hose firmly, but don't crank it down so hard you damage something.
It's a good tip. But what if you're starting from absolute zero, like no water connections nearby at all? Is that a DIY no-go?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
If you don't have existing water pipes or drain lines nearby, you'll need new ones installed.
Right.
And that's almost always a job for a licensed plumber.
Uh-huh.
It's messing with your home's main plumbing system, so not really a DIY thing.
Gotcha. Okay, water in is covered. What about getting the dirty water out, the drain connection?
Equally important. So the wastewater usually goes into your kitchen sink's drainage system.
Makes sense.
The installation kit typically has the drain hose and an adapter piece to connect it.
Okay.
Now, a really critical point here is preventing backflow.
Backflow, like dirty water coming back.
Exactly. You need to make sure that drain hose is installed correctly, often looped up high under the sink, and sometimes it needs a check valve.
Ah.
Otherwise, yeah, you could get dirty sink water flowing back into your dishwasher. Definitely not what you want. And people often ask if a dishwasher and, say, a washing machine can use the same drain pipe.
Yeah, can they?
Technically, maybe,
Yeah,
but the drain system has to be built to handle both, running at potentially the same time.
I see.
If it's not big enough, you risk clogs, slow draining, maybe even backflow from one appliance to the other. Not ideal.
Right, definitely not. Okay, plumbing sorted. Now, the electricity always makes me a bit nervous. Safety first, right?
Absolutely. Electrical safety is non-negotiable here. Dishwashers need power, and generally, they need their own protected circuit.
Dedicated circuit.
Yeah, a dedicated one. You have to use the correct voltage, make sure everything meets local safety codes. If you're unsure about any of it, please just call a certified electrician.
Better safe than sorry.
Definitely.
Ugh.
And here's a huge safety rule.
Mm,
Never use an extension cord.
never.
Never.
Mm-hmm.
Not for major appliances like dishwashers. The risk of overheating, even fire, is just too high.
Yeah.
It needs to plug directly into a proper wall outlet.
Okay.
If you don't have an outlet in the right spot, that's another job for an electrician to install one safely. And if you do run into electrical problems after you've installed it, like it just won't turn on first, check the simple stuff.
Mm.
Check the plug is in properly. Check your home's fuses or circuit breakers. Maybe something tripped.
All right.
But if you check those and it's still not working, don't mess around further.
Yeah.
Call a pro electrician or the manufacturer's support line.
Okay, solid advice. So imagine it's installed, water's connected, drain's working, power's on, it runs. But how do we make sure it keeps running well, efficiently, and, lasts a long time?
Right, the long game. That actually starts immediately after installation with leveling and making sure it's stable.
Leveling.
Yeah, dishwashers have adjustable feet on the bottom. You need a spirit, the tool with the bubble.
Yep.
Use that to make sure the machine is perfectly level front to back and side to side, and make sure it doesn't wobble.
Why is that so important?
Well, a couple of reasons. Stability, mainly. You don't want it rocking around. Once it's level, you usually secure it with screws under the countertop or into the side cabinets.
Okay.
This stops it from moving, but a level machine also runs much quieter. Less vibration noise echoing through your kitchen.
Ah, good point. Less rattling. So thinking about leveling and connections, does where you put the dishwasher in the kitchen layout actually matter for performance?
It really does.
Yeah.
More than people might think. Putting it near the sink makes the plumbing runs shorter and easier, which is great for installation.
Obvious benefit there.
But you also need to think about workflow. Can the door open all the way without hitting anything? Is it easy to load and unload?
Right, practical stuff.
And here's an efficiency angle.
Yeah.
If you place it really far from your hot water source, even though it heats its own water, it might take slightly longer or use a bit more energy, depending on the exact setup and how the pipes run. It's usually minor, but placement counts.
Interesting. Okay, let's talk about common annoyances. Noise and leaks, even after it's installed.
Yeah.
How do we tackle those?
Okay, noise. We mentioned leveling and securing it tightly between cabinets. That's step one.
Right.
If it's still louder than you'd like, you can actually add sound insulation. Things like soundproofing mats or special panels that go between the dishwasher and the cabinet walls. They absorb vibrations.
Oh, cool. Didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, it can make a noticeable difference. Now, leaks. Prevention starts during install with those careful connection checks.
I heard that, yeah.
But crucially, do a test run before you slide it all the way back into place.
Yeah.
Run a short cycle, check for drips, like a final inspection.
Smart.
And I strongly, strongly recommend putting a leak protection mat or a shallow pan underneath it.
Like a little tray.
Exactly. Cheap insurance. It catches small drips before they damage your floor or cabinets. And even better, consider a water leak sensor.
Those little electronic things.
Yeah, they're small, relatively inexpensive, and they'll sound an alarm or even send an alert to your phone if they detect water. That lets you act fast.
Wow, that could save a fortune.
It really could. Now, if leaks do happen later, first thing is always recheck those connections. Inlet hose, drain hose. If you can't find the source or stop it, then it's time to call a professional plumber or appliance repair person. Oh, and a quick note on hoses. Make sure they aren't kinked or squashed when you push the machine into place. Use any clips or holders provided to keep them routed nicely.
Good point. Prevent strain on the hoses.
Yeah. And just briefly, integrated models, the ones with custom cabinet panels on the front. They usually need a bit more care during installation to make sure everything lines up perfectly with your cabinetry compared to standard freestanding ones that just slide in.
Got it. Okay, so the dishwasher is in. It's running quietly, hopefully not leaking. Now, thinking long term, how do you keep it happy? And what's the first aid if something does go wrong down the line?
Right, so if problems pop up later, initial troubleshooting is often pretty basic. First, always double-check connections are still tight. And believe it or not, make sure no leftover transport braces or packaging bits are still stuck somewhere inside or underneath.
Ah, good call. Easy to miss sometimes.
It happens. For leaks or power issues, again, check connections, check your fuses or breakers. If the door isn't closing right, check if it's still level, look for anything blocking it, inspect the rubber door seal, maybe see if any adjustments are needed.
Okay.
If you've tried the basics and the problem's still there, then call the manufacturer's support or a repair technician. But really, the key to a long life is regular maintenance.
Like what?
Cleaning the filters inside is crucial. Check them for food bits and gunk. How often depends on use, but maybe once a month is a good starting point. Always check your manual, though.
Okay, filter cleaning. Got it.
And use a proper dishwasher cleaner product occasionally. That helps get rid of limescale, soap scum, and any funky odors. Keeps the insides clean.
Right, like descaling a kettle. Okay. That brings up clogs. How do we avoid those nasty drain blockages?
Main thing is scraping big chunks of food off plates before loading.
So scrape, don't rinse.
Generally, yes. Scrape off the big stuff, but you don't need to rinse dishes until they're practically clean. Modern detergents actually need a little bit of food soil to work properly.
Huh. Okay, so over-rinsing is actually bad.
It can be less effective, yeah. A light scrape is usually perfect. Yeah. And if you live in an area with hard water...
Lots of limescale.
Exactly.
Right.
A water softener can be a lifesaver for your dishwasher. Hard water causes limescale buildup inside, which kills efficiency and can damage parts over time.
Makes sense.
A softener stops that buildup, makes the machine last longer, and often gives you better cleaning results too. Check your manual to see if your model supports one or has one built in. Most dishwashers don't need special ventilation, but just make sure there's a little space around it for air to circulate. Helps prevent moisture issues.
Good to know. Stepping back a bit, what's the bigger picture impact? Does having a good dishwasher actually affect your home in other ways?
It definitely does. Beyond just convenience, a well-installed working dishwasher makes your kitchen more practical, more comfortable.
Right.
And interestingly, it can actually add to your home's resale value.
Really?
Yeah. A modern functional kitchen is a big selling point. Updated appliances are often high on buyers' wish lists, so it's an investment in that sense too. And while you're installing it, think ahead. Future-proofing.
How so?
Plan for access. Make sure you can easily get to the connections or pull the unit out if needed for future maintenance, repairs, or eventually replacement.
Good thinking. Saves hassle later.
Definitely. And about reusing old connections, maybe you can, but check them really carefully. Are they worn? Do they meet current safety standards? If you have any doubts, just replace them. It's worth the small cost.
Okay. So connecting all these dots, how does getting the installation right really change the kitchen experience?
Fundamentally, it just makes the kitchen work better. I would save so much time and effort compared to hand washing.
Yeah.
And if it's placed well, ergonomically, it makes the whole flow of working in the kitchen easier, smoother.
Less drudgery, more enjoyment.
Exactly. It lets you use your kitchen without dreading the cleanup. And just a quick word for apartment dwellers. Always check your building's rules first. And be mindful of noise and vibration for your neighbors below or next door. A stable installation helps everyone. And finally, it seems obvious, but always read the specific manual for your brand and model.
Right. They're not all the same.
Not at all. Installation steps can vary. The tools needed might differ. That manual is your specific guide. Don't skip it.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, the big takeaway seems to be that installing a dishwasher isn't just, plug and play.
Not at all.
It's really a mix of practical steps, some really important safety checks, and a bit of smart planning. But getting it right pays off in your daily life.
Absolutely. Whether you do it yourself or call a pro, understanding these things helps ensure you get clean dishes, sure, but also a safer, more efficient home overall.
So maybe the next time you load up your dishwasher and hear it start its cycle, take a second to think about that hidden system working away. And maybe ask yourself what other hidden systems in your home, or even just in your daily routine, could use a little deep dive of their own. Thanks for joining us for this exploration.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Keep exploring.